memory card says, please talk about the Yukon Denali rocker panels. So that's what I did. That's what we're doing. You don't want to watch it. Check out now, okay? Let's get this started. Alright, so these are my rockers panels for this GMC Yukon. I'm going to show you why I love doing rocker panels. Alright, this is the GMC Yukon I'm talking about. See, GMC. So there's my rocker panels. This is what I love about rocker panels. You ready? This is why I love them. You can't even tell. You can't. Okay, I painted them. Okay, they're all done. How did the rocker panels look? They look freaking beautiful. You can't even see them. I love rocker panels. All right, this is the rocker panel on that GMC. You can see it's really bad there as you get over. It's like, well, as you get over, it doesn't look that bad, you know? It's like, oh, just replace part of it or whatever. I don't really see anything over here. It looks fine. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like. This is why I like to replace the whole thing and not just part of it. Because it's okay on one side, but then when you, this is the front part which didn't look so bad. That's the inside of it. And there's nothing. It doesn't, fine over there. Not there. You know, if you never set a date for Thursday, then Tuesday never comes.
That's not what I said. That isn't what I said.
Yeah, it is. It didn't make any sense to me.
Well, when you need to get something done, you like plan and say, oh yeah, that's probably happen on Thursday. Well, you aim for Thursday, but then by Tuesday you finally get to it.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
Now to use the air hammer.
So here's a Timmy's tip for you. Sometimes, like usually these spot welds, I grind them out or cut them with the spot weld cutter. But on this one, this GMC, sheet metal is so thin that you don't need to cut out the spot welds sometimes. You can just, because the panel on the inside is much thicker. See, just like that. You don't ruin the metal behind it because it's a lot thicker. The other one just peels away from it because it's so thin. That's not always the case. Sometimes the metal's the same thickness and you just destroy the inside piece. You rip the spot welds right through the other piece. But in this case, it did not happen. See? Spot welds came off of this panel and not that panel. Got it? All right, so I painted the ends of this. So I have to slide it under the fender and I can't get the fender off. It's just, I started taking the hood off and I'm like, I gotta take way too much of this apart to do this. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna paint this and slide it under the fender and I'll be fine instead of trying to take everything apart. So what I'll do after that is I'll just scuff that real quick. Then when I go to paint it, all the paint that will just blend right into this. And as per usual, after I cut it off, I sandblasted it, primed it, epoxy primed it, and painted it. That's what I did. Okay. All right, this is a GMC Yukon. Once again, so I took the door off. It's just easier to take the door right off, get it out of my way. Not only just for everything, just for now when I go to paint it, I just paint it, it's done. The door's not in the way, I don't have to tape it up, it's out of the way. Always remember to disconnect your battery first for half an hour. That's how I do it. But anyways, now I can just scribe my line. I'm gonna glue here, I'm gonna glue here, I'm gonna glue up there, and then weld all this, weld that, and weld all under there. Okay, already got my spot welds ready. Already got them there, and I'll getting close. So on the edge of the doors over there, the door openings, I use this tool right here. It makes a nice hole punch in the sheet metal. Here, operated. So but I don't like the hole's usually not big enough for me. So I go over and take a little bit, go through it again with a 1/4-inch bit. That's how I do it. Just, I don't know. Don't ask me why. I just do. Fine. I just find it's easier to weld with a slightly bigger hole. Even though it's just a little bit bigger, it's just easier. Remember a few weeks back I did the Auto Body Fashion Show? You gotta have your accessories too. I forgot about that. You know, you need your accessories, all this stuff. I'm always wearing a hat. My head is always cold. It's like the middle of May. I don't care. Wearing a hat because I'm cold. I can't wear a baseball hat because it hits stuff while I'm working on stuff. So I have to put this hat on. Okay? Accessories. Always accessorize on the Auto Body Fashion Show. Some of you guys are thinking, what? There was an Auto Body Fashion Show? Yeah, you missed it. It's back a few episodes. Now, on my rocker panel, you've seen this a million times. What I do is grab my line, and I'm going to cut, I'd say probably an inch below that. That's where I'm going to glue. Okay, so I grab my line all the way across. Now, I'll cut an inch below that, like this piece here, this piece here. This line, I'll cut this piece down here somewhere so that it overlaps a little bit, grind both edges, and glue this spot, and then weld these. Okay? Then I'm gonna put the fiberglass and do all the other crap that you guys have seen 1,000 times. Some of you are saying, well, wait, Tim, we haven't seen that. We don't know how you do it. We need to know because we're new to the channel. All right, well, if you're new, well, fine, I'll show you. I'll show you what I do. But it's going to be quick, so pay attention. I'll put some words up if I remember, and I'll show you real quick the process all the way through it, and that should end the video. That should be done. So I have to grind these off because they're sticking up where the old spot welds were. I use this tool. I'm going to grind all that off, spray my weldable primer in there, and put my panel on. I'm going to really teach on this. It's called the Roloc disc, 36 grit. Okay, that's what I use on this thing. Turn it on, good to go. See how I got that below my line. Also, this spot right here, when you're grinding it down, you have to use this if you're going to glue it. 36 grit, you need the coarseness so that the glue will stay and stick to it. I'm going to glue all across there, weld, weld. All right, so I'm getting ready to spray my rust proofing material. So what I did is I tape off where I'm going to glue because I don't want the rust proofing stuff contaminating where where it's all ground down. So I'll spray all my rust proofing stuff in there, and then I'll untape it, and that's how I'll do that. And then I'll start putting it together. So what I do also is when I glue it, my two-part stuff, I haven't showed you this yet. I have in the past. I use this stuff. I can get it here. It seems to work really well. Part stuff. I'll put it on there. Use my acid brush and make sure that all the bare metal is covered. All right, so I don't just leave the black on there. I clean it off with this. Spray it on there and wipe it down. Just easier. Things I do, I don't know. Things I do. You do it your way, I'll do it my way. But I just like to have it nice and clean. Then I spread my Bondo filler afterwards. Plus it helps you to see once you wipe it off, like I can see that's a little farther apart. I'm going to put a screw right there to squeeze that in. So what it did, screw brought that in nice and tight and squeezed the rest of that stuff out of there. So now I'll just go back, get most of it out with my finger. Also always good to have a nice heavy rubber mallet just to kind of tap stuff where it needs to go. Because as I was putting it on, this hole wasn't in place, so I had to tap it right here. Some light taps just to put it where it needed to be while it was vice gripped in place. So the vice grips kind of just hold it and it just popped right into place. Hold that in place for a while, so tomorrow I'll start welding. All right, so what I did is I put my plastic filler over my spots, sanded it with 36, then hit it quick with 80, and then feathered the spots out top with 180. And I'm gonna put some putty on there now. And as I'm working on this, look at that, I found a hole at the bottom of the fender. Now I gotta fix that. All right, so you have this all primed now. I'm gonna leave it mostly taped up. I'm gonna sand it with 400. Wet sand it, that's how I do it, 400. Folded the sheet up a little bit. Make it like a nice block. I'm gonna sand that and be ready to paint. 400 is good enough on this. It'll be just fine. That's how I do it anyway. You don't have to get every little thing out. It'll be fine. Like that's probably fairly good, all right? There it is, all painted. Isn't it pretty? My blends are right there. They're right there. I don't know if you can see them or not. That's where my blends are. Humans, thanks for watching the show. I hope you enjoyed it. The rocker panel job on this. Did I talk about anything else? I don't know. But the memory card says, thank you for watching. Have a nice day. If you want to like, subscribe, and comment, you can do that to somebody else's channel. That's it. That's all you have to say. All right? Thanks for watching, and have a very nice day. Check us out! No, he's not running from it.
No, he's afraid of it.
He is afraid of it.